Block Boys Radio with Block Boy Shufa, DJ Wallace, hey yo, Tim.
Y'all know if it's not hot on the block, then it's not hot at all. Y'all already know what's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back right here, Black Boy Radio, episode 38. We in the building, man. Listen, y'all know where to find us, man. Each and every Friday, y'all catch us on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. All you got to do is type in Black Boy Radio on YouTube. Catch us every Friday, man. Right here, shot all by Digital Impact Studios. Shout out to Digital Impact Studios. And then every Saturday and Sunday, man, y'all know where we at. We rocking around way with your boy Square White and the Hooligan Express. So tap in because we taking over the weekends, man. Y'all know the Black Boy Radio is taking over the weekends. And y'all know who I am. I'm your boy Black Boy Shooter. I am the new voice of the city. And my arm strong. I'm in the building, y'all. Listen, my team not here tonight, but we still here. We got a special guest, man. Dr. Baltimore in the building, man. Listen, I be watching his videos, and he really be getting to it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I see that you be helping females get right in 7 weeks, bro.
Yeah. That was one of my latest projects, man. I be putting them together, yo. I've been doing this shit long enough, man. So it's like riding a bike now. You hear me?
Yeah. So to piggyback off of that, how long you been doing it though?
I've been doing it like professionally about 6 years now.
Okay.
But how I started, I've been doing this like 31, 14 years, almost 15 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start, being that type of professional?
To be honest, I did that shit by accident.
Okay.
Like, it was by accident, like, professionally. Like, when I first started, like, I started working, I was a kid, though, playing sports, you know what I'm saying? But I had caught some time when I was young.
Okay.
So I ended up going to prison when I was 16. I was little as shit, for real. So, like, seeing niggas when I first hit the pound, they you know what I mean? Yeah, so I was like, all right, I got to step it up. And
right.
I started going out in the yard, put my weight on, and then next thing I knew, that was just, like, how I was doing my time, for real. And it got to a point where I was running the workouts on the yard. You feel me? So I was like the trainer in the joint, especially like niggas ready to go home, or even guys just looking to, you know what I mean, get right while they there. Like, they was coming to me and I was putting them together. So once I came home, I was broke for real. You know what I'm saying? I was broke. I really wasn't trying to go back in the streets. I was doing what I was doing, but I found I was having a son. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to chill. Like, I can't, you know what I mean, raise no son from a joint for real. And I was just trying to stack up some money for real to go to CDL school. Yeah, I was gonna get a CDL, I was gonna be a truck driver. But I used to go to the gym all the time still. Like, that was my routine for real. And one of my homeboys was like, yo, why you don't be a trainer? I'm like, man, I ain't no trainer. I just work out. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And niggas used to come to the gym every day for me to, like, give them workout. They wanted to work out with me.
Yeah.
But I'm so, like, I've been going for so long, got to the point they was slowing me down. So I get them something to do on their own while I'm doing my thing. And, like, it just kept building from there. My man like, yo, you know you can charge for this. I'm like, nah, I can't charge for this. I don't really know nothing about that. I just know how it work out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into it. So I started looking into it, like, studying it and all that. And I was like, I'm going to try my hand for real. I started doing it part-time while I was working.
Yeah.
I was working like 2 jobs for real, but they wasn't really paying nothing. And I started doing that part-time, started posting it. People was fucking with it. So I was like, I really took a week off from my job. I took a week off from my job for real.
Let's see how I do.
Yeah, to see how I do. And at the end of the week, it was like, man, I ain't had direct deposit. I ain't even had no bank account. You feel me? So I just had to drive out there to get my check. I like, man, I ain't even driving out there Friday to get my check because I had the paper from the gym. So then after that, I was like, yo, you know what? I ain't going back to work. Like, I made up a whole story and all that. Told my boss my cousin died so I can get the little bereavement leave, put the PTO in, max that out. And I kept on training from there, opened up full time. And then I went up there and got my 2 checks, and I ain't never looked back.
Hey, that's how it be. So how important you think it is, like, for people that's trying to be an entrepreneur to just step out, if they really want to do it, how important is it for them to make that step?
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna say it's one of them if you really want to do it things. Before you really want to do it, you gotta really make it make sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want to have businesses, but if it's not a big demand or a big need for it, it's not gonna be really profitable. I ain't gonna tell you to stop your sure thing to do something you just want to do. Now, if it's something that you want to do, you can put it on paper and make it make sense. Then I ain't gonna lie, full blasted. Cause me personally, I went to a couple entrepreneurs and asked them like when the right time to, you know what I mean, to quit and start doing it full time. And they all gave me these answers like, wait till this and wait till then and wait till this. And I ain't listen.
Right.
I was like, you know what? Nah, that's too long. I ain't doing that. I seen what I did. And this week,
Mm-hmm.
I took another week off with the bereavement leave or whatever before I quit. Just make sure I could do it again in another week and it be consistent. And then from there, it was just like, all right, I ain't going back. And I put my back up against the wall. Like, all right, I ain't got no job now. So I gotta make this work.
That,
And I made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially
Mhm.
like I got a hustling background. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I treated that like that was my trap.
Okay. And it's like I feel like different people have a different time to branch off and take that step. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, they was telling you do this first and that first and wait to this, but you didn't listen.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on how you moving as that entrepreneur. You feel me?
Facts.
Like if Ayo was here, right? Like he an entrepreneur, he still do jobs, but he worked just to put the money back into the
To the
business.
business.
You
Yeah.
feel me? Um, like technically, to me, I don't feel like he got to work for real.
Yeah.
He just do it because I call him. I call him. I say he got ants in his pants. You feel me? Like he never liked to stop.
Sit still.
You feel me? He
Yeah.
he gotta keep moving. So I feel like that's the only reason why he got work. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but just like you just said you just took that faith because you seen how it's coming. So I felt like maybe it was your time. You feel me? Like that's why I say sometimes you can get advice from people who doing it, but sometimes you gotta know when it's right for you. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
it might not be right for you the same time it was right
Right
for
for them.
them. You
Fact.
feel me?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Everybody
it
got
might
their own
take you
curve.
longer.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might take you quicker.
And then you gotta really like you gotta know what's in you. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, like the thing about entrepreneurship, everybody it's not for everybody.
It's not.
And like I never talk down on somebody because they want to work a job. Number one, them people who work a job, people who shop with me. So how can
Yeah.
I badmouth my consumers and supporters? That's number one. For two, you gotta know like when you first starting off, like ain't no 9 to 5. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Ain't no 9 to 5. Ain't no I'm working 40 hours and I know this coming at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know you gonna get out what you put in. Like a lot of people be like, all right, I want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't want to wake up early. They
Nope.
don't want to stay up late. They don't want to lock in on the weekends. All right, no, I ain't going out because I need to work on this. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They don't want to miss the holidays. They don't want to put that sweatsuit on for 3 6 months and just thug it out and
Grind.
trap it out.
Yeah.
They want to shine now. And if you know that's you not a you're an instant gratification kind of person. Entrepreneurship ain't for you, at least not the early stages, because
Right.
they don't come that fast.
That's true. And also they think just cause they start something, they gonna get the results back just like that. And you be looking like, bro, it don't happen overnight.
Yeah,
You gotta grind, you gotta promote, you gotta give the people something, you gotta advertise yourself so they can see. People be just thinking, oh, I can start this and do this and tell a few people word of mouth and it's going no, you gotta grind. Like I can give you something and you can advertise it, but they gonna start looking like, bro, that's just one person.
right,
I don't see it nowhere else.
right. It's no social proof.
Facts. Facts. So let me ask you a question. Like you doing the training or whatever. Like have you ever had people that come and really not ready that you had to persuade, like, look, you can do it?
Yeah, all the time, especially like earlier on in my career. But to be honest with you now, I don't do that. Like I have people come to me now, like I think I want to do this, but or they like apprehensive. I ain't trying to sell you.
Yeah.
You got a need. I don't have a need. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a business where as long as they make deep fried Oreos and crabs every weekend, I'm always gonna have a job. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you don't get in shape, the next person that's gonna come to me out of shape I'm gonna help them get in shape. I need you to come to me
Mm-hmm.
when you know like this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna accept anything but that. So like I'm not selling you on my service. You reaching out to me because you already know my work good. And to some people it'd be like, oh, he arrogant or he cocky. No, I've built a foundation to the point where my product got you coming to me,
Right.
right? So at that point, you already know I got what you need. If you go to the dealership, you already went to
Yeah.
the dealership knowing you needed a car.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, the salesman really don't have to sell you. You there for a car, you leaving with the car. You
Mm-hmm.
go to the mall, you need a pair of tennis shoes,
You leaving with them
you
tennis
leaving
shoes.
with some tennis shoes.
Yeah.
You feel me? So come to me when you know what I got. You ready to commit? All right, I'm gonna turn you up.
Okay. So what's like your ways to doing it? Do they do it like monthly or?
Yeah, so I do drop-in sessions. That's just sporadic. That's a drop-in basically. I do them once a week for real, where anybody can just pop in. Then inside my gym, my clients have monthly memberships. They all come with 90-day minimum commitments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But really, right now, well, I'm gonna say for like the last 2 years almost, I've been doing like 95% of my training online. You know what I'm saying? I got an app. I do it allows me to be in 50 different places at one time.
At one time.
You know what I mean? So it's easier to scale, it's easier to expand my reach, and I don't have to limit people because their work schedule or life
Yeah.
showing up, and I'm still able to get them the results that other people not getting them. And when I do that, I don't do month to month. Again, I do that in 12-week, 90-day increments because I feel like that's the baseline time period for you to get some real sustainable results.
Okay. And not saying that you was also working with the youth, trying to get the youth.
Yeah, so that's my new thing that I'm working on now. So I actually just got the paperwork filed for my nonprofit, Unshackled Resilience Incorporated. Me, shout out my homeboy Gino, and Lou. We came together and we putting together a program to help pretty much the at-risk youth. You know what I mean? I was once them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? They always on the news, so that's the thing right now. And a lot of people really don't realize that them kids ain't really bad, man. Them kids hurting, um, they neglected, and they need some assistance. You see what I'm saying? So,
Go to Black Church, ladies and gentlemen.
so it's like people can say whatever they want to say, oh, it's just a workout, it's just a workout. But if I just got them in the gym for an hour, just 1 hour, right?
Facts.
Within that 1 hour, what could have happened in that 1 hour they was outside? Somebody could have got shot. They could have shot somebody. They could have got locked up for selling some drugs. They
Mm-hmm.
could have bought some bad drugs and OD. Anything could happen within that 1 hour. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it can.
saying? Then from there, I just build on top of it. So now I'm really looking like I don't have the space that I want right now where I can do it more. So now I'm trying to get the capital, get some funding and everything so I can eventually, I want to get a big ass building where I can have a program where I had them in that at least during the week, every day of the week. You know what I
Like
mean?
like a little program.
Yeah,
With,
program.
like an after school
Yeah,
program.
at
Yeah.
the school program. Yeah, at the school program, summer camp. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be where they ain't got to pay for it. Like they
That's
don't
dope.
pay for it now. Them kids
Right.
that y'all see me with on every week, they don't pay to be in there.
Right. That's what I feel like they need, right? Because I feel like back when we was younger, we had guidance. Like you might had people that was young that was trapping and stuff, but it was still a limit.
Yeah,
You couldn't trap during school days.
yeah. And they
Your
come
big
run you
homie,
out the hole.
your big
Yeah,
homie wasn't giving you no pistol.
yeah.
You feel me? So nowadays, I feel like everything is easy and accessible to these young people. So it's like back then it took us a long time to even try to get one. So you might had 20 of y'all, only
Sharing
one
one
person.
gun.
Yeah. So
You
it's
ain't
like
lying. We had a nigga got a block gun. That's everybody should have block.
facts.
Now these
Put it
little
where
niggas,
everybody know where
yeah.
it's at.
Now if you go outside and it's a clique of 20 little niggas,
All
all
of 'em.
20 of them got bips and all
Yep.
20 of them got sticks on them. You
Yep.
feel me? And that's why the murder rate just going how it's going.
Facts. And I feel like they need more people like you to show them, like, you feel me? Cause you can't call yourself an OG and you still young too. You feel me?
Yeah,
So they need more people to look up to try to, teach them the right
yeah.
way. Like, look, bro, it's more than the streets.
And I'm
The streets
relatable
not
to 'em.
everything. Yeah.
You feel me? Like even like if you look at it like niggas going to school, whatever, or when we kids, people trying to be role model. You looking at niggas, they like doctors and like
Yeah.
corporate niggas and all that coming in like, hey, you can do this, you can do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you ain't really identifying with that person
Yup.
talking and you
Facts.
feel me? Versus like, I come real. I'm not changing how I talk. I'm not nothing wrong with putting on the suit. I'm eventually be in some rooms where I need to be and I look
Yeah.
forward to it. But I'm gonna come like this. You feel me? And I'm gonna make
Facts.
it known,
Comfortable.
like, yeah, like, all right, I done been there already. You feel me? However we want to roll the dice, I done been there. I done been to at least 10 different prisons already. You feel what I'm saying? I done already did time. I done been on both sides of the gun, the right and the wrong side. You feel me? Like, and this what I got out of it. You feel what I'm saying? We done sold drug. We done everything. Everything that you did already, we already did it. This what you gonna get out of it. This all I got out of it. All my homeboys did it. That's all they got out of it. All y'all older peoples done done it already. Look at where they at. All right, then let's be real. Maybe you can't go to college. You don't want to.
Right.
That ain't for you. Check this out, shorty. Let's look at these trade schools. You feel me?
Yep.
What about going down to Port? CDL school. Being an entrepreneur. What you all right, bet. You like cooking all right, look. Get a food truck. You feel me? Like you gotta meet them where they are
Yep.
and then walk with them where you
Yep.
try and get them to. But you going to a kid that been standing outside and all he know is outside talking about you can get this 4-year degree, in scholarship to go
Yeah.
to Yale. He looking at you like you talking a foreign language. He wants you to get out his face so he can go back outside and hit the rest of his plays. You ain't reach him. You feel me?
Facts. That's how I feel like, cause college not for everybody. You feel me? Like, everybody that go to college, it don't work out all the time. You feel me? Some people just feel like it's not for them, so they go to trade school
Yeah.
or they try to get themselves involved in other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know. So what, like, the first person you dealt with, like the first minor, like, how did he feel or she feel after, training with
All right, so I've been working with like kids like
you?
that get in trouble for years. Like I used to do it just because I wanted to do it. That was like my good karma.
Right.
You feel me? Now with this initiative and program I'm doing now, man, I ain't gonna lie. And these kids, like, they not bad kids at all, but they kids that people will talk about.
Yeah, just
And not
got it.
yeah, and not in the positive light. After that first week, man, parents was calling like, I don't know what y'all doing to them kids, but they thank you and woo woo woo. You know, everybody smoke weed, this and
Yeah.
the third. Kids trying to find ways to, at least if they ain't quit, cut back on smoking weed.
Yeah.
They looking forward to coming to work out. Some of these kids never worked out a day in their life.
They
They
didn't.
looking forward to coming to the gym now. You feel me? Like, that's impact. You get what I'm
Definitely.
saying? When you can, all right, cool. This person, the former athlete, you take them, put them back in the gym, put them back in their regiment. All right, cool. That's cool. You feel me? That's not really as fulfilling as Shorty ain't never touched a dumbbell in his life. This little kid, 15, he'd have been banged up already.
Right.
This little kid, 16, he's snatching people out of cars and he banging people up and he trapping. Woo, woo, woo. These niggas want to stop doing that at least just for 1 hour and come listen to me tell them how to do this, that, and we find a way to make it fun. And then also give them a form of therapy. That's a form of therapy.
It is.
It's an outlet for them. You know what I mean?
They might start telling you a lot of stuff, you feel me,
It's
that they
already
feel like they
going
can't
on.
tell.
Nobody else. You feel me? So it's a way to break down a barrier and get them a safe space for them to actually be kids for once.
Facts. So have you ever so I know sometimes they might feel like, oh, this working, so they might go tell other people,
Yeah.
other kids. Do you have like a max that you'll take at one time, or?
Uh, I'm sure I do have a capacity. I can't put a number on it yet, though.
Mm,
Right now, I'm just trying to help as many as I can. When they get to the point where it's busting at the seams,
mm,
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna have to pivot and find a way to accommodate them because they need it.
gotcha. So do you have like an age limit?
Right now I'm staying in between like that like 12 up to like 19 range because
Mhm.
those are the years where it's like, all right, they out the porch at this time. You
Yeah,
feel me? They making some pivotal decisions. You
yes,
know, between 12, they starting to. I ain't even saying they stepping a toe out. They out the porch already. You feel me? By the time they 14, they doing shit where at 14 you can be tried as an adult.
yeah,
You feel me?
most definitely.
So now you really need to be like, all right, let me holler at you, Chant, what's going on? Because 10 seconds will cost them the rest of their life.
That's true.
You feel me? And I learned that when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? I got booked. I'm thinking I'm ready. It's like business as usual. Come on, hurry up, lock me up, something, call my mother for real.
Yeah,
Whoopty whoopty whoop. Um, yeah, this ain't going like that this time. You feel me? So I had to go learn through experience real quick. And a lot of them, all they know is YDC, Bay bookings.
mm-hmm.
They thinking shit cool. And it's like, nah, MRDCC, classification. Well, they don't even classify over there no more. JCI, you going out back. How much
Mm-hmm.
time you got? Come on, take him up 70. You going out North Branch. You
Yeah,
feel me? Well, all right, cool. He only got 30. Send him out to old jail, send him out to Roxbury or something. And now shit, life different now.
yeah, and then they making examples out of these kids nowadays. They want to try a lot of charges, trying them as an adult.
Yeah, they ain't playing no more, man. It's a crime prevention initiative in the city, and Ivan Bates ain't playing with them guns. And
No.
one thing we know about these kids love them straps.
Mm-hmm. They do. And so look, speaking on the kids, right? And speaking on the system, have you ever thought about like taking your talents and trying to do like a program inside the juvenile
Judicial.
justice and stuff
Yes,
like
sir.
that?
So I had like 2 or 3 people reach out to me that supposedly work inside DJS. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Department of Juvenile Services. What I wanted to do was get my paperwork and stuff in order, which, like I said, I literally just finally got incorporated last week.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need to go ahead and finish press and play and moving forward on some of them things because that's what they be needing, man. I'm a firm believer. A jail cell don't rehabilitate nobody.
It don't.
You feel
It
me?
definitely don't, bro.
Um, I've been to prison when I was a teenager. I've been to prison as a young adult. I've been to prison as an adult and as a grown ass man. Nothing about any of those stages made me want to be rehabilitated. I changed my actions just because that's what I wanted to do. To be honest with you, me going to jail, all it did for a minute was desensitize me. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And teach me how to break law different. All right, cool. If I catch a violent crime, they're gonna make me do this much time. But all right, cool. So I can't shoot nobody, I can't rob nobody. But if I sell drugs, it's non-violent and I can come home faster, I'm gonna switch to this.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or all right, bet. But if I do some scamming, this, that, and the third, they don't really carry no time. They be letting them niggas go. Let me
Fact.
go ahead and do this because I know I probably just get some probation or I probably get the box. And now I'm in an institution, which is really just a university for criminals. You know what I'm saying? Where I can tap into all the best criminals in the world. I got the killers over here, the robbers over here, all the plugs over here, the scammers over here. I'm gonna get some game from him. And now I'm really a sharp ass criminal. It's
That,
all about once you let me go, is this what I want to do or do I want to do something different? The system ain't changed me.
that's true.
So getting them while they're young, especially being a part of like that juvenile services before they get that mark where they marked up for life, is extremely pivotal to me. So if I can play a role in assisting in any way, hell yeah, because I wish somebody would have did that shit to me.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I definitely feel like it's a good thing that you're doing. You feel me? Like when I ran across it, you feel me? I was like, dang, I like what he doing. You feel me? Like I respect what he doing. I respect. I think the first video I seen of yours was you with the kids. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Then I looked more into it. Then I started seeing you. You feel me? Helping people. You feel me? Because technically, that's some people therapy too.
Nah, for
You
sure.
feel me? Some people might train just to. You feel me?
To decompress.
Yep.
I tell people, and my clients had to really tell me, like, I'm a life coach, a therapist, a friend, a big brother, an uncle. I'm everything in one. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I done help people when they was going through some of their worst times, and a lot of people wouldn't even know, but their sessions with me were their outlets. You feel me? So,
Mm,
like, and it's studies that support like fitness and health and wellness coincide with mental health.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The same hormones, dopamine, cortisol, which is tied to stress, all that type of thing. Those things that are regulated and triggered by exercise, and also triggered by certain mental disorders and deficiencies,
Mm,
can be treated with exercise. You feel me? So it's like a 2-for-1 kind of situation.
okay. That's dope. That's dope. So like, all right, if you can know what you know now, right?
hmm
If you could sit down with the younger you, how would that conversation go?
Oh man, for number one, I would tell myself, and it sound cliche, always trust your gut. Every time I had a gut situation that was supposed to pull me out of a situation, I went against it. I fucked myself. That's number one.
Mm,
Number two, it's cool to be the square.
no
You
doubt.
feel me? It's cool to be the square. And number three, which really should have been number one, man, and I said it in the video not too long ago. After you get finished proving to them niggas that you hard, you gonna have to prove to the state's attorney that you innocent.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And with them three things right there, man, I would have stayed on the straight and narrow. I really was an athlete growing up, but my problem was, and I was a good ass athlete. I went to school for free and everything. You know what I'm saying? I ended up even going to college to play sports after I did a bit. You feel me? My thing was I wanted to be a student athlete, but I wanted to be a gangster or a tough guy immediately after.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And those things don't mix.
Only in movies.
Yeah.
Only in movies.
You got to pick a side. Like I was like, yeah, I was going to school, getting the grades, doing my thing on the field, but my motherfucking Bippy was in my book bag. And as soon as I left school, I was on that type time. You
Right.
feel me? And when you sit on that fence, you can't you lose control. You don't get to decide which side you fall on when that wind come blowing. And you gotta take that shit on the chin like a champ because you had the power to put yourself on one side. So when you got a problem with picking a side, life gonna pick one for you. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna like what side that motherfucker pick for you. So be sure that you use that power of control and actually be intentional about what you want to do and where you want to be.
Dope. That's dope. So like, all right, question. If it wasn't a such thing as being a trainer, right?
hmm
What's another thing that you would do besides the sports?
I never really thought about it, um, but I did say recently, if money wasn't involved, I'd be a teacher for real.
Okay.
Um, I fuck with kids, and
Yeah.
kids fuck with me. I'd be a teacher. Like it's to the point like financially, I'm cool. I would go if I got 3 felonies though, so they wouldn't let me. You
Right.
feel me? But if they would let me be a teacher, the way everybody complain about being a teacher, I'd go be a teacher. Now I might go teach gym or some shit like that, health. Or I'd be the detention teacher. I like working with the bad kids.
Right.
But I'd be a teacher. But I promise you, y'all wouldn't have no problem out them kids. Kids don't play with me, but kids don't disrespect me. I don't disrespect them. I treat them like young adults, and they treat me like the grown adult.
Mm-hmm. Dope. So, all right, you've been a teacher. Uh, you've been a teacher. What besides gym? Besides gym, what's another? another
Subject.
subject that you'll want to
Math.
teach? Math.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Math is a good indicator of life with me. I always say people who don't like math don't like the truth.
First time I heard that, but
Yeah.
a dope saying.
People that don't like math don't like the truth because there's no gray area in math. It's black and white. It's either you right or you wrong.
That's true.
1+1 is gonna equal 2. It don't matter how you feel.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If you don't like that, then that shit might show up in other areas of life. I feel like I'm a straight black and white kind of guy. I don't really do the gray areas. I'm extremely direct and straightforward. And so is math. So it's easy to teach. And it ain't no whole lot
Yeah.
to it. You either right or you
you
wrong.
So, all right, you been in this session, right? You in the session, locked in. What type of music you listening to?
Oh man, tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tech going on immediately. Mozzie, Surf, NASG Chaz, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What else I'm banging? If I'm on some tender tip, I'm putting Rod Wave in the mix.
Okay.
Yeah, they my dailies for real, for real. EST. Oh man, I don't know how I forgot Baby, Lil Baby.
Most definitely.
I'm a Neek Bucks kind of guy. Yeah, that's my role. ESTG, cool. I've been banging Peasy and Vezo though, but I ain't gonna put them on the regular.
Yeah.
But them other ones, they going on the regular. Like if I'm working out and you see me and you want to gamble Tech in my ear. You feel me? Put that on the parlay.
Okay.
Tech in my ear, Surf in my ear, Mozzie and Baby. They gonna be my top 4.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. So, like, for the people who don't really know an experience or been in that experience with you, how would a session go?
It would depend on the person. For number one, I'm a straight no nonsense guy. Like we gonna joke and play too,
Facts.
but we gonna get the work done. And if we can't joke and play and get the work done, we just ain't gonna joke and play. We just gonna get the work done.
Right.
I'm gonna work with you. I'm not gonna work for you. I'm not gonna allow you to be uncomfortable. You're gonna be I'm not gonna allow you to be comfortable. You're gonna be very uncomfortable. I'm not getting paid to keep people in that comfort zone.
Yeah.
They can do that alone. And the session gonna be very intentional. Like we stated earlier, like you said about the one person being able to say this or say that, social proof. I pride myself in the brand I built. And I've done that with the high expectations. One, that I set upon myself. Two, that I set upon anybody that I train.
Yeah.
Like if they not performing, I fire clients.
Okay.
You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I got a brand to protect. So the second somebody see you working with me, they gonna expect you to be looking a certain type of way after a certain time. And I don't never want nobody to be able to say, oh, she was working with Dr. Baltimore and she still look like this or he still like that. And now it's a bad reflection of me, but they not knowing the whole story. They don't know you miss workouts. They don't know you can't follow a nutrition plan. They don't know that you lazy. They don't know you show up 20, 30 minutes late. And I ain't ready to get on no internet and clear it up. So before I let that tarnish the brand, if you can't meet the
Just
expectations,
start working with you.
yeah, just shop somewhere else.
Hey, I feel you. So, all right. So, what's the process for somebody trying to say if somebody just trying to, work out for like just trying to get right. You feel me? Get their mind off of shit. How would it go? Like, how would the session go for them?
It depends on the emphasis of the workout for the day.
Okay.
You feel me? All the workouts not the same, of course. Some days full body days. Some days going to be a little more specific. Might be an upper push, upper pull, or uh, it really could depend for real. But I promise you, we can get their mind off whatever they worried about. At least while they there, you know what I'm saying? They can worry about getting through that workout.
Okay. And I remember earlier in the show when you were saying how clients when you was first starting out, you was getting clients to stay in groove. How would you get somebody that's trying to give up to keep
to
going.
keep going, remind them why they started. You
Okay.
feel me? That's number one. Your why matters, right? So like I'm s- people never really see me just doing open booking, like just put a link, like anybody can sign up and work with me all day, every day, because I gotta know we're a good fit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's one of the things I want to know. What's your why? Why you want to be here? You feel me? What's because that's gonna be what I gotta go back to when you had them days, because this progress isn't linear. This process isn't linear. You feel me? It's not gonna just be like this. You're gonna have your days. But when you have your days, that's one of them fuck my mood, stick to the plan type things. You feel me? And I'm gonna remind you of that. I'm gonna remind you of the work you already done put in.
Okay.
Is it worth losing? That's like my man Hunter. He made a quote the other day. Quitting just because something bad happened would be the equivalent of catching a flat tire on the road. If you catch a flat, you pull over on the side of the road, right?
Yeah.
Change it or get it towed to a tire spot. You
Mm.
wouldn't stab all three of the other tires out, would you?
Hell no.
That would be ass backwards. So why would you start some shit and then quit because you having a bad patch or you having a bad day or a bad moment?
Mm-hmm.
You might can't give 100 today, or your 100 might only be 75 today. I work with a lot of women. A lot of women coming on their cycles, they can't get the same shit they gave 2 weeks ago.
No, they be in pain.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That don't mean they bullshitting.
Right.
That was their 100 for the day. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a reason to quit, because your 100 Monday wasn't the same as your 100 on Friday.
That's true. That's
So
true.
pretty much you just gotta remind them of that pie or that goal at the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? And it worked for me. I mean, of course, I can't save them all, but for the most part,
You want to save who you can.
yeah, I got a pretty good client retention rate, so I'm doing something right.
Most definitely. So how you come up with the name Dr. Baltimore though?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even come up with it. One of my clients did.
Okay.
Tiffany, Foxy T baby on the gram. You know what I'm talking
Okay.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my homegirl, but she was one of my clients too. Um, I was turning shit up. Like I was on a rampage. I was turning shit up. I had just came out for real. And I was looking to like rebrand my page because I was still treating my business like a hustle at the time.
Okay.
And every time I was posting transformation, she'd put like a different hashtag on my page. You feel me? And it got to the point where I'm getting people crazy results, like people hitting people, like my clients, like, damn, who your doctor? Where you went at? What kind of surgery you got? Yada. Cause I'm doing crazy transformations. And they like, I ain't go to nobody. And she was like, man, fuck Dr. Miami. It's
Right.
Dr. Baltimore. You can get this with the weights. You don't need no knife. And I'm like, damn, Dr. Baltimore, that shit kind of catchy. And I was working with a graphic designer at the time, Coder designer.
Okay. I
And
know that.
yeah, and I was trying to get a logo and all that. So I was like, man, can you show me what this Dr. Baltimore look like if you could put it on a logo? And she put it on a logo for me, and I started stamping it on my page, and it was catchy, and I ain't
Just
never
click.
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, at least you got a meaning to the name. So, how important is it to make sure your brand sticks out?
It's very important. Like, and that goes back to like starting off with entrepreneurship, like we was talking about in the beginning. Like, a successful entrepreneur has a strong personal brand. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, when you sign up to be
Mhm.
a entrepreneur, you sign up to be a personal brand. Like, you're not just representing you, and you almost signing your life over type shit. You feel me? You're signing up to be a personal brand. So
Yeah.
you need to walk a certain type of way, talk a certain type of way, look a certain type of way. You gotta have certain standards. And at the end of the day, you gotta have something behind it. Like, the shit gotta mean something. Like, if I just popped up like I'm Looney Tunes the trainer, why the fuck is Looney Tunes? I mean, I
Right.
don't know. This sound cool. They're like, you know what I mean? It's nothing to live up to. Now I gotta live up
Yeah.
to that.
Most
You feel
definitely.
what I'm saying?
Most
So,
definitely.
and that's what I've been doing. So if you can't build a strong personal brand, entrepreneurship ain't for you. That's something you need to go ahead and get a couple books on, hire a mentor, a business coach, do something. But you ain't gonna have a long run if you can't build a strong personal brand.
That's dope.
Go to Block Church, ladies and gentlemen.
So speaking on that, right? So if you had a person who wanted to be an entrepreneur or even step into being a personal trainer, what advice would you give them?
Number one, hire a coach. That's
Okay.
number one. Hiring a coach is going to stop you and save you from making a lot of costly mistakes, and it's going to decrease the time of your learning curve. You feel me? Like if somebody come to me and want to start, I can tell them some things that mistakes that they may make because I already made them that might have set me back a year, 6 months, or might have cost me
Okay.
10, 20,000 that I could save them. So hire a coach. If you don't have the funds for that, at least be coachable, right? And be
Yeah.
a sponge. Go seek the knowledge. Don't be scared to ask for help. Um, Also, don't get caught up in the hype. Like the
Thank
thing
you.
about this industry right here, for real, like, and the shit really be funny. It be a lot of like catty shit going on. Like everybody, of course, everybody want to be the
Yeah.
best. Everybody, too many people want to compete.
With each other.
Yeah, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in that because that should have knocked you off your pivot. Because at the end of the day, we serve the people.
Yeah.
Let the people speak. You feel me? Once the people speak, the accolades and the resume gonna tell who the best.
Talk to him.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's super major. And then another thing, continue to learn your craft. Like it's 2025. I don't train the same way I used to train in
Yeah.
2019. I don't train the same way I used to train in 2020. Like science comes out, research projects come out, new literature come out. Like continue to learn. The
Yep.
more you learn, the more you earn. You stop learning, you stop earning. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't just get a piece of paper because that's the new wave now. Niggas go get a CPT because it's the easiest one to go get. You can cheat. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So they go get that, slap it on their page, and be like, all right, I'm a trainer. The things that you really going to learn about training is going to come through application and experience. You need to get
Okay.
in the field and on the field and learn. You see what I'm saying? Now, the shit that you going to learn in the books, that's cool. That's going to give you some foundational shit. It's going to give you some principles. But you got to get your hands dirty to really find out because what may work for this person might not work for that person.
That's true.
What work for you may not work for them. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another thing. And find your niche. Like find your lane. You can't help everybody and every client ain't your client. Like the second you try to help everybody, you're gonna end up helping nobody.
That's facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So
I
help
learned
your
that.
people. Yeah. And probably last what's most important, stranger support will make you rich, man.
Yep.
Them your friends, family, they probably support you
They be-
after.
they
gonna
be the
support
last
you. Yeah, they
ones.
gonna support you after the strangers validate you.
Yep.
And that's cool. Don't take it personal. It's business. You
Yeah.
feel me? But make sure you keep it on your end because they double back. Make sure you keep it business when they double back.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I done been through it. Most of my team, they've been through it. Like it been so like I had to learn that the hard way. Like stop. Like you can ask people around Latrobe, bro. Like when I first came out with the clothing line, I wouldn't even bring it around there, bro. I'd rather take it to the parties where I'm at, wherever I'm at. Take it out there before y'all start. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
you like sometimes your family and friends don't see your vision until your vision actually in motion.
Yeah.
So
But I ain't gonna lie, you gotta tax them when they do.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
You
gotta
you
tax them when they
look,
do.
bro. You know where my you got the bread. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like you got the bread. You gotta pay what everybody else paying.
Yeah. You gotta tax them when they do, man. Focus on the people that's choosing you and pouring into you.
Yeah,
Don't stress yourself out about the people that you expect or you feel entitled or owed, because don't nobody really owe you shit at the end of the day.
that's facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Keep that line nice and clear. That was a big mistake I made early on. You know what I mean? With blurring the line between friendships and relationships and business with the personal shit. Now I'm like, all right, look, what we on? We talking, all right, look, check this out. Business me and personal me, two different people. All right, so we doing business. All right, this what it is, and I'm gonna keep it like this. After we punch out and clock out, all right, now it can be that. If you can't respect that, let's
Then,
not do
yeah.
business, or
Yep.
let's not be cool. One of the you, but all right, pick one. You want to be cool, you want to do business, because clearly we can't do both of them together, and that's okay.
That is. So in 5 years, where do you see yourself going?
I'm really, I'm at a fork in the road, man. I'm at a real big fork in the road. So like, some days I want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I want to leave. I've been extended opportunities out of state multiple times, like multiple times. But there's one place that just keep coming up, and something keep coming, and that's Miami for real. So I'm stuck in between leave and go ascend there, and I want to open up like a big ass gym in
Yeah.
Baltimore, like a big
The
ass
leave
gym
something.
where, yeah, where I can run my program for the kids. I can do my fitness shit with the adults. If I can do athletic training with the athletes, I can have a team of trainers give opportunities to people who want to be up and coming trainers, or even people that's already here established that's trying to be trainers now on their own, but maybe
Need a
want to
little
scale a
push.
little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Might need a little assistance. That's cool. Like, it's crazy because like when I initially was training, I was subleasing or whatever. It was me and like four other trainers in this one gym for real. And like I said, math my shit. I'm a numbers guy. I'm looking at the money we bringing in here, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
we can do it
we
ourselves.
can do this shit. Like, we putting all this money in your pocket. This our gym for real. Like, we can get together, pool our resources, find us a location that's right here. We can lock the city down. You can do this part, you can do this part, you do this part, I do this part. And it ain't never coming to fruition because it was too many people wanting to be the chief.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted
Nobody
to
want
be
to
an
be
Indian.
Indian.
You feel me? And so it got to a point where I'm like, all right, well, look, I'm gonna keep going up then. This would need to happen. We need to get out your shit
Yeah.
and put the money all in our own pocket. And I went and opened up my own shit. You feel me? I
As you
opened up my
should.
own
As you
gym when I was
should.
27. And then like, I ain't down talking to nobody, but like, they said they wanted they own, none of them got their own shit. You feel me? One of them doing real good though for itself. I can't hate on him, man. He doing this thing. You feel me? The other two, they doing what they do. I mean, they maintaining, you feel me? But I know they ain't doing a quarter what they would have done or what we all would have done had we all came together. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's my vision. Like within the 5 years, one of them two things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna have some big shit here, and it's gonna like, damn, that nigga did that shit here, and I really stuck on it because it's like Baltimore not a fitness city. It's
No,
not a
it's not.
Houston, Miami, LA. And even if you look at the people who like from here or whatever, even in them big cities, a lot of them left and went to them hubs and went and jumped in. You feel me? I made my
That's
bones right
facts.
here.
That's
You feel
facts.
me? I changed the whole landscape of fitness shit right here. I be seeing my influence on the ground. You
Right.
feel me? Like I post shit, motherfuckers that take my shit and post it verbatim and put their logo on it. I don't care. You feel me? Like,
Cause it's you on that. It's
yeah,
still you on that.
yeah. You feel me? The world know that's me. I know
Right.
that's me. Most importantly, you know that's me. You feel me? That don't bother me. I ain't competing. You feel me? Like,
Facts.
it's levels. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like the level I'm on, like, I'm the pioneer of this shit here. And can't nobody say nothing different. And there's no shade, there's no shot. Ain't nobody,
Respect.
ain't
Respect.
nobody doing that shit like me here. So sometimes I feel like I don't want to lead to make it. I want to do that shit here to show everybody. No, I started here
It could
with
be
it.
done.
I did it here and I blew this bitch up here. And I ain't had to go nowhere. You feel me?
That's true.
And the people, my people here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaning more towards that. If I do end up leaving, it probably be a situation where I still start that, build a strong enough team at the couple years, and then might slowly, you know what I mean, start to
Okay.
play both states.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That'll be dope though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause like you said, nobody really done that here. You feel me? So to be the first to even make Baltimore a fitness center, cause like technically, it's more females that like to get fit than the males.
Yes, it is. Me personally, damn near all my clients women. I prefer to train the women over the guys. I really wish it was the other way around because it's easier for guys to get in shape and get right than it is the women.
But you know what it is too? The guys, they feel like nowadays they feel like they don't want to be taught by another man
Bingo.
and need to get that
That ego.
perspective out
Yeah.
their head. Like, bro,
Yep. Yep.
like you always got room to learn something. You feel me? You not coming in there with that knowledge. Why not get it from somewhere?
Right. No, I agree. I done had them little run-ins, and that's why, like, I got a core group of guys now that I train in person. They've been with me for years. I train a handful, very selective of who I train online. Um, but for that reason, the guys they feel like they already know it all. They want to turn this
Facts.
into a pissing match. Listen here, good brother. I'm good. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm trying to help you. You came here to. I didn't put a gun in your head and ask you to come here. I didn't even reach out and ask you, did you want me to train you? You
Right.
came to me. I just want to do my job.
Right. So look, we got like 2 minutes left. Let the people know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
All right, I'm on Instagram at dr.baltimore, Dr. Baltimore. I'm not really active on any other social media platform right now. I think I'm the same thing on TikTok, but I'm gonna work on that a little bit later, growing that. But definitely on the gram, man. Dr. Baltimore. I'm always posting free value, free content. You really can get in shape if you go sorting enough through my page, through the tips, and I'm always looking for feedback to make my page a little more informational
Yeah.
for y'all. My gym, you can catch me at Big House Fitness Gym, 11600 Crossroads Circle, or at Free Sweat 1718 Belmont Avenue. Um, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Hope y'all learned something today. Well,
You got anything like coming up? Like,
uh, no, not right now. After the summer, I'm putting some big shit in motion.
okay.
So just rock with me for like 90 days. And of course, we hit new levels.
Alrighty. And y'all know what it is, man. It's Block Boy Radio. Y'all can find us everywhere. Block Boy Radio. Just type it in. Y'all find us on YouTube, Spotify, any platform, man. We here. Social media, we here. Y'all can follow me at blockboys_Shufa. I'm everywhere except TikTok because they banned me. But I do be on Twitch and I do be on TikTok on Block Boy Gaming because I do be gaming. Listen, it's Block Boy Radio, and if it's not hot on the block, it's not hot at all. Dummy.